Mic, yes. Mic test. Alright, everything's there. Good afternoon. Welcome to 2025. I hope everybody had a good new year. Stayed safe. Stayed warm, because it was pretty cold out here. It's still pretty cold out here. We've had snow and everything. So yeah. New, since we finished the shoe armour, kinda, last week. I mean, paint has to wait till the spring. Chainsword. Again. So, oh god, just have my seat back up properly. So yes. What are we going to... Oh, let me say one thing before I continue. Yay, JR! Thank you for the resub. Happy New Year. I hope you had a good celebration. Or if, like some people I know that fell asleep before the New Year and they woke up later on. Almost 1 year. Wow. So, things I've done, and hopefully, so this camera, that's why it's probably in view. I need to change it so it's higher up, but this camera is the camera that was on my gaming PC that I use for meetings. So I swapped out the one that was in here that gave us, hopefully, this whole stream will be without the weird lines in the middle. At the moment, of course, we're on my face cam, as I call it. But yeah, so I swapped over I remembered, of course, I've got another Logitech that I use for my meetings. So I swapped it over. Hopefully, if that works and we don't get the weird lines on screen anymore, then I know the camera is broke. Yeah, I have a few friends that celebrate the New Year in VR, and we have several people from different countries, so it's like 1 hour, and then the next hour, and then the next hour. Always fun. But if I do get lines, so if you do see lines on the stream, let me know, because then it means it's either my motherboard that's on its way out, and it's an old motherboard. It's pretty old. Or it's something to do with graphics, because of course the camera is video. But I'm hoping that just replacing the camera, that has fixed it, and then I just have to buy a new camera for my meetings. Or I can use one of my cheapo ones that I have lying around that I've used for years. But yeah, fingers crossed that's, you know, it's been doing a lot of work over the years. I've had it probably for a while, and I probably bought it second hand, so... But yeah, let's hope, pray, the camera works. It's not going to give me any problems. Another thing that I did, because I've been talking about wanting to have a third camera view, but my PC is a pretty old one. Well, the components are old. Because every time I upgrade my gaming PC, it's the old bits going in this stream PC. So one of the things I did was buy a powered USB hub. So previously I had just a cheapo USB hub to try and put the Bluetooth for my headbud and for my keyboard in there. But having, you know, if I have to upgrade to use more USB cameras, then I might upgrade my gaming PC and then put the old bits of my gaming PC, my stream PC, etc. But it's costly. So I bought a powered USB hub, hoping that will solve the problem. Not been able to test it yet, but I have been underneath my desk to redo all the cabling underneath. And so this is the cable for my sewing machine. So I think, you know what, I'll plug it in somewhere else. I'll plug it into the wall. Can you see what's missing? The freaking metal bits are still in the socket in the wall. I plugged it in, moved the cable around, and the cable fell down, and I'm like, what? So now tomorrow, I have to check my fuse box, find out which fuse this room is on, switch the power off, and try and poke out the little prongs that are now still stuck into the, because they were not like, and I'm not gonna try and pry them out while there's electricity on it, because that wouldn't be smart. So yeah, fun. I have to buy a new cable. 2, I have to figure that out, because now I can't have my hot air gun that I've been using for my warbler. It's still a UK plug, so I have a UK plug where they converted to an EU plug, and now it doesn't fit anywhere, because now I had to jiggle things around to make sure I could put the powered hub somewhere. So yeah. Freaking problems. So I spent some time setting that one up, because of course the new camera needs to be set up again. I make sure that everything works for the stream. And then so Henrik, hello. How's the democracy going? Because I saw you playing Helldivers. A friend of mine gifted me Helldivers 2. So instead of doing some of the work that I should have been doing, I've been playing a couple of hours of that. Which is pretty cool fun. But yeah. So yeah, so everything's working. So tomorrow, after I figured out how to take the little metal prongs out of the socket. Oh, Henrik, I don't know if you saw that while you joined in. I have a problem. I plugged this into the wall socket and it fell out. And no, this is not a green screen trick. It's literally, it's missing. The metal prongs are still into the wall socket. They'll teach me to buy cheap things. So yeah, tomorrow I have to go to the fuse box in the hallway, figure out where the electricity is for this room, and try and fish those out so I can, you know, have an extra box on it, because at the moment I'm missing one and it's a bit much underneath there. So yeah, another thing I've done, if you looked on my channel, you may have seen I have created new Twitch panels and some more updated information. I'm now on Blue Sky as well. I've added that as well. I've added my cosplay plans, so I have a link to the actual artist that created that image that's on the screen, so you can see it properly in, you know, on your big screen, in all its high details that he created. And also I added a little bit about future plans cosplay plans that I wanted. So I'm getting a little bit more information, and the next up is I will be redesigning what you see on screen, the layout of the screen, so we can have the chat on there next time, so that you guys can, the people that watch the VODs can actually see the chat as well. So that's another thing that I'll be working on. So yeah, lots of stuff done. Still haven't done any emotes. Still haven't sorted out the sound alerts. I haven't sorted out the bots. So there's still some stuff that I need to do. Blame it on Chappie. He gave me Helldivers 2. Right, so now switch. Please don't give me lines, please. Right. But yeah, write it in chat if you see the lines on the screen, because yeah, I need to know just in case. So, chainsword. Here is my second version that I'll be updating. We're making a third version. And you can see my coffee as well. Just realised. No, I need it. Today I've had a headache and everything. So we've got a bit of handle that I already made. And the cover, it's going normally here. However, we're going to completely redesign it. Because there's things that I realized when watching I'll put this image on screen. Chainsword, where are you? Here we go. Here's a chainsword. I looked at things and I realized that this bit, the handle here, should have been on the same level as this bit here. And there's a couple of other things that I realized that I want to change around. Also, there's this corner, this bit here, is going to be for the sound card. However, it's not really well designed because it's really, really tight. Like, one of the things that I was worried about, so this is the battery that runs the sound card, the soundboard. It goes underneath, in between here. It fits perfectly, that's not the problem. However, this battery might get hot and it's in a really enclosed space. So either it could potentially give problems. Like if it gets too hot, it will melt wires, stuff like that. So one of the reasons why we're going to redesign this. Another thing is, what if I ever want to travel with this on a plane? Or if I have to travel with this and put it in a suitcase? If I ever want to come to the UK, go to Warhammer Fast dressed as this character. So one of the things we decided to do, so you see on the image where the grey bit is, but the handle and you've got the long bit, is to make it in a way that I can detach the handle bit, the grey bit, and then put it back together so that it becomes like this part goes there. Because a suitcase, I know, because I had to test, I know I can have 85 centimeters diagonally. And this is about 1 meter. So even just taking out that bit would mean it would fit in my suitcase. Things you think about. How I'm going to transport the backpack and shoulders, I have no idea yet. But, you know. And if I ever decide that it's not worth it, I'll just glue it. And it'll be stuck, it'll be fine. So, well, chainsword, height, here we go. So, right, so, I actually cut some pieces of cardboard as well and put the heavy things on it so that, you know, it stops bending around a lot. But let's show you what needs to go in here. Some of you may have seen this in my older I'm hoping that there's juice in the battery, I'm just thinking now. So I need the speakers. So, I might have to zoom you in a minute. Because this is tiny, like this is my finger. So this is a soundboard. That's what helps me attach the battery. I've got 2 speakers. And these are the tiny buttons. So, let's zoom you in. Come on. Can I not go any lower? That might do it. Here you go. Hope you didn't get sick from that. Hang on. Sorry, coffees needed to be drunk. So, now I have to try and remember what was plus and what was minus. I'm trying to remember because they were opposites of each other. Hang on. Yes, I can't see up close, so yes. Oh, I don't want to take it out. And I need my small screwdriver. Where's my small screwdriver? So one of the things I've got as well, so I've got these. So I've got male and female versions. So because once I put, if I want to disconnect it, or if I want to, say for instance, change the button's going to be on the handle. I need to be able to disconnect parts. I don't want to have it solid on the soundboard. Like if anything breaks, like speakers or something, I want to be able to take it apart. So trying to remember, because I think on I have the clip that you made, JR, on my channel. Is it? Oh, the fucking thing is wrong again. No, where is it? Why can I not see it on this? I know I'm live, but that's not what I wanted to see. Can I go in here? And content, clips. Ah, yes. Black and red. Okay, excellent. So black on the inside. Right, excellent. Ah, that helps. Right. So it's black on the inside, right. Oh yeah, I was looking for my... See? Brain? Please. Where is my small screwdriver? Is that it? No, that's not it. I have too many drawers. I have too much crap. I thought I prepared fully, and I guess I missed out. Okay, go in. Go in. Can I use this one? Without the magnets, please. Yes. Right. Okay. So I will be soldering these together so that they will have, they won't unravel. Come on, both of you. In there. Come on. This is where you need multiple hands. Right. And that's it. I knew that was going to happen. Oh, come on. See, they seem to just... I need to make them longer, probably. Come on, go in. And this is why I hate working with small things. But can you stay in there for a second though, please? That one's stuck. That one, it's attached. Right. Now the other one. Because it just sounds so much better with two. Right, okay, right, let's attach the battery. Hopefully the battery has juice, otherwise I'll have to do it differently. Yep, it does. I can hear it. There you go. Right, microphone. Here we go. See if I... So, there's two buttons, because I have two sounds. I have a stationary chainsword sound, and I have a sound that's the cutting sound of the chainsword. I think orange is the first one, so this would be the... Yes. This is the stationary chainsword sound. It's a push to hold. The second one, so you can go from the... And I can't help but do. The sound effects. So yes, so this needs to go in here. We can probably go back up a little. I'll change that in a minute. Put my mic up. So yes, so this is small, but it still needs to have enough space to be able to go in there. So this is one of the things that why I wanted to redesign it, so that if it goes apart, I can see where the soundboard is. So I'm gonna have to redesign how I wanted this to work. So speakers are going on each side, because on the chainsword, if you look at the handle, it has these little grids here underneath this bit, and normally there will be a piece of cloth behind it, so that it's kind of hidden, but that's on both sides. This is where the speaker's going to be, so the sound is going to be able to travel out. Also, because it will be in a hollow area, it will make the sound a little bit higher. This is the highest. I had other speakers, and they were just too little. So speakers on each side, and then the soundboard in the middle, and then to the handle is where we're going to have the buttons. Now I bought a piece of pipe instead of the piece of wood, so that the lines can go through it, and I just have to make some holes to put the cables through. And I'm thinking of having it in a way, because these legs need to still be like connected, to see how I can make it so it's still, you know, it's not as obvious. So now, those of you who have seen me make the teeth, I already have. So I have a whole box of teeth. Well, chainsword teeth, not human teeth. So I just need to... Oh, this is the horrible thing of having to take this battery out. So yeah, so this is on a breadboard, so this is not all fully soldered together. I will be doing that once I really get to the stage of having to put it in the chainsword, so I can fully have a figure out how to put it all in. So because the buttons are absolutely tiny, just to give you an idea based on my finger. That's how, come on, focus. That's how small the button is. Doesn't like focusing on something. There we go. So but yeah, breadboard is how you can test everything out. Go the other way. Yep, you need to sit that way. Okay. So this is my box of previous filled. As you can see, I filled connecting something here. So, but yeah, I've got wires. Test. Different one. The old speakers that were just not powerful enough. So yeah. I've previously been playing with fixing Game Boys and DS's and stuff like that, so that's why I have a massive amount of that stuff. And I can take my glasses off. There we go, you go there. So yeah, now we need to figure out, put that safe, put you there. Right, so now we have to figure out how we're going to build the base again. So at the moment it's 4 layers of 10mm foam. So this is where the teeth are going to sit. Maybe like that. Of course I'm going to push them all the way through, but at the moment it's not needed. That's why they've got little cocktail sticks, so that, you know, once they're in, it's not going to be just dependent on this little bit of glue. So that's going to have to stay. So I'm going to have to make a design where I have the outside, the inside, and then I have to figure out how I'm going to build the handle bit over it. But for now, I know I'm going to go all the way down to the end. So I have to redesign this. So this bit is actually pretty up, the front bit. This is why I want a third setup. This is why I want a third webcam, so it can be from there and you can see the whole table. That means I have to clean up the mess that's here. That's another problem. So yeah, and I think now I've been a lot better as well in how to glue things. I don't think I need some of the bad work that I did before. So, oh, we've got an ad break as well. So there might be people in an ad. I don't know. Right, first of all, oh, move this up again. Oh God, this is a ball joint and it's such a pain. Make it straight again. Why? I think that's about it. I really need a better setup with the camera, but another time. Once I have figured out if the third camera is going to work. Right, so also one thing that I didn't have on this one that I need to make sure I put in is the top has this screw on top. So here I need to have something, probably make a hole and then just put something inside that looks like that screw. No idea why they use, I don't know, maybe that is the rotor is for, because it's magic how those chainsaw teeth go inside and back. So yeah, But that's one thing that we need to start looking into as well, because now I need to make sure that that's on there as well. So, and this is why I call myself a chaos gremlin, because the fuck did everything just fall down? Yes. Yes, everything just fell down. Oh well. That's for after stream. Anyways, let's start some drawing based upon what I have here already. Because size-wise, I want the handle to be a little bit longer. I realize that this needs to be about 40 centimeters. So it's now about 30. So I want to have it a little bit longer here. And then we're going to move forward a little bit. It's going to be about 1 meter. I made some calculations. So this part is 40 centimeters and the other part from here is going to be 60 centimeters. And I think that's about 60 centimeters anyway. Have I got my other... There we go. Yes, so it can move up further to about there. And then about there. More things are falling. Fucking hell. So yeah, we have a better idea of what we're going to create. But first, to make templates. I have grabbed a couple of pieces of my cardboard pattern paper. Here we go. So, marker. So somewhere till there. Right. Why did I just put the marker down? Why have I lost? Oh, there. Anyways, so. How wide is this? Can I make this a nice width? If I make this 12 centimeters with that. Think about adding a centimeter to the width. Did I not have the prints out here? Oh, I do. Oh no, that's just from the back. Okay. One of the things I thought was that it was let me put the thing on the string. anything, have a think, because how long is this? 9. So if I make that 10, because it's all about sizing, because I'm going to have gloves. Yes, I am going to add a centimetre in the width. So down my brain. Alright. Okay. And this is the problem when you're doing this kind of work. It's a lot of trying to make measurements and not step myself with the ruler. By the looks of it, this part is wider than that part. Interesting. Damn it. This as a pattern to go here. And I'm thinking it needs to not stick out too much for the teeth. So now that I have the teeth, so if they're stuck here, they should be able to go underneath, so it looks a bit weird otherwise. So I think that works. There's going to be magic how it's going to go around the corner. Well, I have to make it slightly a bit longer so it doesn't look too crazy. Right, I think that works. Oh, it's going to be inside. Hang on. This is the outside. It's going to be about a centimetre on... I made a centimetre to here, didn't I? Yes. It's going to sit here. Yes, now it works. There we go. That looks right. Right, so that's a start. Now we need to figure out that hole. So, the screw, sorry. So it's definitely behind here, and I think it has same sort of distance here as there. It's going to be a centimetre in here. It's going to be where this... So the inside is 1 centimetre away from the side. So... this... Oh, actually, that's not too bad of a circle. That looks about right, size-wise. Do I have... Let me check. I'm sure I have... Yes! Haha! Helps being a math nerd! Math nerd, I can't open a freaking thing. Okay. Open. Do I have a pencil? I have a pencil. Right. Come on. Of course it's a cheap set because, you know, why would I spend money? But occasionally for sewing projects I had to make circles, so. Now, question is, if I can make it 3 centimeters, so this needs to be 1.5 centimeters. Right, let's see if this works. Ugh. Right. Not really. it's just too flimsy. Just no, it moves. If I could screw this close so it's stuck, but it moves, so it's... I need to buy a better one. Anyways. I said 3 centimeters, didn't I? And more this way. Right, from there, 1.5 centimeters. I will have to make a proper circle with a proper circle maker, but I think I've got something that I bought not long ago. So I think that is about right. Here we go. I think that looks about right, and then the skull's gonna come somewhere here. And then I'll have to find the center. I can find the center because I now know it's 12 centimeters. So that's the center. So right. Okay. So top started. I really wish not have this many freaking lines, but you know. Right, so let's move to the back. Let's hide you for a second so people can see. So, moving. Actually, I should move there. So, put this. I need a bigger desk. So you were about there, weren't you? No, I. Okay. Right. So. I can make it longer because, again, as I always say, you can cut things off. You just can't. Well, not easily. Make it longer. There is a joke in there. Anyways. So what did I say? I said it's going to be about 1 meter, but that's with the handle. going to be 60 centimeters until so. So 50. So here's the start of the handle part. So that's through. That feels shorter. Because here's the start of the original. Yeah, that's about right. But we needed to go through all the way to this part. So let's just draw straight lines through. Doesn't matter if it's too long. We can sort that out once we get to the actual further planning. So come on. That's perfectly measured out then. This piece of cardboard. Oh. But yeah. So, length of this is where the teeth are going to be. So far. Longer than my arm, so that's... Will you please stay flat? Thanks. Right. So not all of this is going to be, because some of it's going to be handled, which is like this size. This needed to be slightly a bit longer as well, I thought. Do I have that painting? Ah! Did that drop on the floor as well? I don't know anymore. Where is it gone? Ah, there you go. So this is a really bad, because my printer is not a great, you know, it's for printing letters, not, you know. So, but this is my hand. It's pretty. What I tried to do was make it so that my hand was pretty much size-wise right. See, that's still pretty much on point. Even the spikes are pretty much in the right position. Just a warning for those of you who are not subscribed, you may get an ad in about 30-ish seconds. So this is pretty much... Well, it's perspective, isn't it? Because it's about there. Still, that's pretty... So, okay, so... This is where this starts. Right, okay, we need to... move to the back. Okay, so this is where this is the one part that is of the, so this needs to go there, and this handle is going to go here, so it needs to be a tiny bit longer. I need a bigger screen. Ah. So this just needs to go a bit more this way, but also just moving it to the bottom. This part needs to be here. Oh! Where's my mouse? Mouse is here. Gotta have to decide how we're gonna do the handle. So this is the badly printed part, is that. Because I have a feeling that it's this part that's wider or longer. So this was going to go on here like this. But it's this bit that's longer. So I think this is alright. So I think perspective wise this part, this length is alright. It just, this needs to be a little bit longer. So to where do I want it to go then? So let's think. This distance and that distance. So it's longer than that. Okay. A few centimeters, no more accurate than fucking inches. That's 3.5-ish centimeters, so yeah. Come on. Actually, let's use the pencil. So, start of this. Right, so if this becomes longer, then this needs to be longer. So this needs to be in generally longer than... Yeah, so it's gonna... Right. And this is the problem. Trying to get my mind to make my mind up. Okay, so I still say this is right, and then make it longer from there. Right, let's see if that makes sense. Yeah, I was right, about 3.5 centimeters. So hang on, it's from this. Yeah. That makes... Yeah, I think that works. So, how much centimeters is that from this line? Let's make it 20 centimeters. Yeah, I think that. I think this is going to be the correct way, the base of the outside of this. Because then I have to make the same one, but then from here with 1 centimeter in. Because that's the inside bit that's here, where the chainsword's teeth are going to sit. Okay, right. Stay there. So let's cut this out so we can use it as a template. We still need to figure out, because part of it is going to have to be cut out to where the soundboard and such like is going to sit, because and then how far I'm going to move over with that. So, but first. Cutting in a straight line is trying anyway. Oh. So come on. Let's move. Helps. Sorry, I haven't got concentration phase because I want to make sure this is not. Right, and carefully. Right, so new base, it's comparing it to the original. It's a tiny bit longer. Not massively, but it didn't need to be massively bigger. The only thing is I didn't put the marks on for this. I think I'll know what that means. And I also have to cut that hole out because that's what we're going to do. But then this part, so probably so a large part of this part will probably be cut out to put the soundboard in, because underneath here will be three more layers in principle if you look at the other side. But yeah, it's a bit longer as well. I think that looks better as well, as in wider, yeah. So in principle, this is going to be the two outside layers. So now I need to make another one that is the inside layer. But there's some part of this, the end bit, needs to be the full size of this. So it's only the teeth side of things. teeth are coming here. So looking at the image, that's the long bit there, and this is where the teeth start to come out, which is this bit. I think it's just from here then. I'm not sure if I'm fully convinced. Damn it, brain, why do you do this to me? Don't think this should be shorter. I think we should be going more that way. Trying to. Oh. I remember I saw a different picture where this was the whole sword was height, leg height, hip height. I think oh god damn it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Let me think for a second. Do I take off 3 centimeters? So say 4 centimeters. So that takes up 92 centimeters. Or maybe don't count 3. So 80. Hang on, where's this? How long? want to make it accurate and put as many teeth on. So I've just counted the teeth that are on the chainsaw there. So it's got 23 teeth on there. So if I want to make 23 teeth on here, and they take up about 4 centimeters, so 3.5 centimeters. Oh no, they don't, because they. God damn it. Give me a second. Right. Science! And that's why we've got so if I put you on there, there's a centimetre in between them. So 3 teeth take, oh fuck's sake, stay there. 7 centimeters. Okay, so 3 teeth. So 21, 24. So it's between 7 and 8 times 3. So that's, God, sorry, I hate doing math by my head. So 7 centimeters times 7 is 49 times 8. And it's 62. Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. Size-wise. If I put them this close together, they take up 7 centimeters with 3. So if I have seven sets of 3, it's 21 teeth. They take up 7, so 7 times 7 is 49. $50 something, and I've got 60 something. So that's, we're fine. We're still fine. Nope. Stop. And it doesn't come as unwieldy as it will be if it's cutting any bigger. So this is fine. So the next one is the inside. Apologies if this is probably a bit boring for people, but this is the reality of making cosplays. There's a lot of times you're there sitting there going, ah. So In this part, so from where the teeth coming out here to there, it needs to be a centimetre less, but here on the end it still needs to be the full size. So if I think this size is fine, then I can do that from here. Is that the 5 centimetre I thought this was? 6 centimetre. Let's make it 5, because I can always cut a bit more off if I need to. And then I have to make a centimetre on all of these. No, I need to cut this one and then make the coordinations. So, new piece. So, let's make sure I write on what they are, so I know. Outside chainsword times 2, so we need one side and the other side, and it's 10mm foam, high density foam. So this part I need to cut the circle out still, but this part we need two pieces, 10mm AVA foam, and it's the outside. Right. Now, need to do the... Is this long enough? No. Okay. Oh, fuck. Make sure that's still aligned. It won't be the first time doing something like this. There we go. Make the lines, and then we can make the amendments. Helps if I don't put my fucking fingers in the way. Then we do the bottom part. Yoink. Oh, that didn't write. I forgot that. There we go. Across the end. And we marked a point where we have to damn it, why are you not fitting? There. Just making sure that's the correct one. Yep. So from there, we need 1 centimeter up. Because that's the part where the recess where the chainsaw teeth are sitting in. And I'm just thinking, this is about the end teeth. Yeah. Right, let's draw. Okay. Now we need to make the straight lines. Is anybody still alive? None of you have spoken for some time. Are you all? I've all put you all to sleep. There we go. Or should I go all the way? No, I need to be that way. Yeah. No worries, yeah. I was just wondering. Then again, I have been like in my own world. Oh, cool. That's pretty cool. That's okay. They're just coming up for a visit, or they're coming up for a stay, for instance. Because those are different. Then you have to arrange for like a bed and places. Somewhere on the floor. Be able to just metal liner. Because otherwise hard to cut with scissors. Ah! Oh, that's cool, because if they're like in a different country, then, you know, especially it's that far away, you don't see them often. I mean, I moved away from the Netherlands, like in 2000, and after that, just seeing family is so hard. And I only moved to, like, Europe, so I'm within Europe, so traveling's not that difficult. But yeah, that's far away. So that's pretty cool. Like, my brother is in Belgium, which is not far, but unless I travel to him, I won't see it. Alright. So, this... I'm sure it's cheaper in the UK than it will be in New Zealand. I have so many friends that are in Oceania that are like, everything's so much more expensive over there. So yeah. So, I don't know how visible it is on screen, but these are the two parts that will be put together with a little line that you can see. Oh, no. Camera. Hello, camera. Fuck's sake. Thank you. There we go. So the little area here is where the inside's going to be. So you've got outside, inside, 2 layers of this. and then another outside layer. Now, this is where this is going to become interesting. It's like how deep I'm going to be having to go, because I have to put this in. So, how far am I going to put it in? Because you have to look into, if you see here, because this is a lot thicker. Huh. It's a lot thicker than the piece of wood that I have at the moment. So the piece of wood was really easy to put in. But like, it looks like I literally have to just carve a whole slit in here. So I might have to cut and that's going to make an issue, because now the hole for this still would be okay. Isn't Warhammer World in Birmingham area? Or am I just mistaking that? Gotta have more space here though, and more space there. So let's mark the middle so that we know that once we do have to put this in, we know where the middle is. Stay there. Don't need to go all the way to the end. Now it should be in the middle here, not in the middle there. Because this is the sword handle in principle, so it should be there. So it should still be there. So it's not in the middle of the middle, but in the middle of the end. If that makes any sense? So because where the handle's coming out, that needs to be in slap bang in the middle. So here, when it's smaller, it's lower. So that's where this is then going to go. About there. So there's enough space here. Oh, hang on. This is why I need a bigger camera. So if I could this, there's enough space here to put the soundboard, and the speakers are probably going to be about here, or even put it here, because this is going to be covered with the handle bit. Because this is also the first thing I'm going to have to glue together, is the inside bit. So that's going to be dependent on that. It's going to be where the holes are going to be on the outside bit. How wide are you? I think it was a 1/2 inch pipe. Yeah, just about 1.5 centimeters. So that's going to be a pain. So I'm thinking, is it easier to build if I cut out the length that I want and then put, because I said the 2 inner layers are 2 centimeters. This pipe is 1.5 centimeters. So for me to be able to carve out 75 millimeters, 75. No. I think that is the best option. So to cut out this, and then I have a small layer on the bottom and a small layer on the other, so it literally sandwich in between. I think that's the solution. Right, so I said 1.5 centimeters, right? Actually, might be easier. No, it's not. So that's 70. I need my glasses again. Where did I put them? Oh, there. Let's have a look. It's 1/2, 1, 2. Does that work? Yes. Right, so I need that on the other side as well. easier. There we go. Yeah. Oh, wrong one. Right. Oh, let's move my chair up. So, where's my music stopped? That's just my headset that stopped. Did it? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I was like, probably my headset just being a pain. Yeah. There we go. Right, I think. Oh, come on, get in there. There we go. Right, so now this will go in between. That works. Might have to put like a 2mm foam underneath in between, that it goes right sandwich. But that's easier than having to carve, because I did that for the piece of wood and it's a fucking pain in the ass. So right. So inside, no, wrong way around. Outside, inside, this little thing starts here. Okay. All right. What's the drama piano music for? This is not emo or pop punk. Right, anyways. So I think we've got the 2 base layers that we're going to need. Now the only question is how am I going to put all this together? As in, for needing to have I have to also think, how long do I want the handle to be? This goes in here, goes in there, and then probably somewhere there. Hey, Blaha Mama! Good morning for you. Good evening for me, but pretty sure it's morning for you. Right. Oh, ads incoming. I'll wait for a second. So I think some places get, and that's fine. Yeah. Happy New Year to you as well. Hope you had a good time. Everybody was safe. Oh, I'm cold because it's been snowing here. That's why I'm rubbing my hands at the moment, because they're really getting cold now. So yeah. I wish this headache would just go away. Anyways, so I've been redrawing my chainsword, so it's going to be slightly different than what I've made before. So well, yesterday, I mean, I had to proper remove snow from my car before I could actually go to the shops, because Monday is a bank holiday here. Trying to think, it's something religious, Three Kings or something? I don't know. And I was out of stuff, so I needed it. No, I had to properly remove snow from my car. But here in Poland, like as soon as the winter happens, I have to have winter tires. So specific tires for sorting out, for driving in the snow. But even last year we still had proper snow. But it's just not in December anymore. It's more in January and February that we have snow. So it was absolutely dreary and raining on Christmas. So. But yeah, I've made a new pattern for my chainsword because we've made some changes, and now we've got the proper here, the hole that's also in the outside. I've made a new inside, so with like 1 centimeter here as a recess, like that we've got here for the teeth to go in. And I've cut out the inside because instead of a piece of wood, flat wood, I actually got a piece of PVC pipe, and we'll put that in between here, sandwiched. The only thing now is we have to figure out is where to put the sound cards and everything, little soundboard. Actually, I should be able to grab this. So this is the size of the speakers. So that would work. And the battery could go there. That shouldn't be a problem. And the soundboard could still go here. Well, the battery can go here, and then the soundboard can go here. I don't want to take it off the breadboard because it's a pain to take it off and on. But like. It's 5 by 2. Yeah. Why do I always lose? Oh, there. There we go. That's not straight. I just realized. There we go. Oh, for God's sakes. Anyway, soundboard. Oh, the battery needs to be nearby, doesn't it? Okay, hang on. Where does that start? Here. Battery. And then the cables for the still need to make the holes, of course, for the that fits actually. So, because the speakers will have a little rim, so it will be like there. Based of course, where this part goes. But yeah, that fits, that's fine. So yeah. I just have to make the wires longer. Ow. But yeah, luckily the soundboard is so tiny. But yeah, that actually works. But because then the next part would be to design this outer bit that slides over. Ah, okay, I have to think. Because it would require this part to be detached. So this part needs to be the base for the sleeve to go over. Yeah. So it's the wrong way around, but oop, oop. Helps if you stay up there. Thank you. So look at this. Okay. Right, so we decided that, or at least I decided, that this bit was going to be longer and it was as long as this. It's at 4 centimeters, right? So make it 2 centimeters. Yeah, about right. But like I said, I can always cut things off because that's not the difficult part. And I've got 20mm foam, 2 centimeter wide foam, so that would make this one block. That would be perfect. So we might have to remove 2 centimeters from both. But it'll still give you enough space to put stuff in. Okay. That's my terrible drawing that I made. So this is the handle. So this part is going to be sliding on, and we'll put magnets here and there so that it slides on, and underneath here should be where the stuff is, but it's got, of course, the tube running through. No, Henrik, I know when my drawings are pretty terrible. I can't draw to save my life. So I am quite happy not being able to draw. So, but we got the inside and the outside done now. So that means for this piece, it's got to be, so it's 2mm foam. This is going to be 4 centimeters wide, so it needs to be, I can use a 7mm foams for it. Don't you agree with him, JR? So if I use 7mm foam, that's 4 plus 1.4 is 5.4. No, not 5.4. And then no. No, it's going to be 4 centimeters because the 7mm is going to go over it. So God, I'm trying to calculate this. So this is 2mm thick, so I need to go 4, and then how long this is going to be. So 4 by 12. Yes. Oh, I need to write on this, don't I? So inside, I was going to write shaft. Sorry, my brain just went. Chainsword times 2 10mm HD foam. Where's the Henrik when you make a joke? So I need this is 12 centimeters. Ah! No! A pencil! Damn it! Grab another one. So I need 12 by 4 . Why is this not 12 centimeters? So this needs to be so this piece is going to go on the end like this. I think it needs to be 12 centimeters. Yeah. Might need to be on it, because then I can put on top, yes. So this needs to be this is going to be 20 millimeters high density foam, because it needs to be rigid, and this is the end of cover. So we now not need that as well. Because that's then the building block. So that is the end cover. And then we're going to go on top. Trying to think for a second. So that's kind of this form, but from here. I might have to think whether it's going to be 7mm foam or 5mm foam, because this is 5. But this is not. So in principle, we'll get the handle up. So this bit here so after the 2 centimeters needs to go up. How high did I make that? Why is most of my stream time me trying to look for things? That is just... 3 centimeters. Just to go up. or not, if I can just go here and I have the long bit here as that semicircle thing. Because then, if we go down, that's, no, hang on, that's about around there. So something like this. This is and then over it's coming this. Or actually, that side. I will have to think about this. This is going to otherwise be a stream of me sitting here quietly trying to think for myself. But we got some work done. And I do think this is not right either. This needs to... It's just going to reduce the amount of space I'm going to have. Right, I think, and this is probably mostly because I've been having a headache and my brain is not being as normal as it normally is. I'm gonna make a decision whether I'm gonna end the stream earlier than normal. And then next week, A, I hope my fucking headache's gone fully. And B, we'll do is we'll start working on cutting out the 4 base pieces so we can actually look more 3D in how it might work out all together. I'm not going to glue them together, but you know, temporarily fix them with like a piece of tape so that we can actually have a good look at how it would work 3D wise instead of me trying to draw 2D and trying to make a section. I am not sure if I would call it a migraine, because I consider a migraine when I wouldn't be able to sit underneath 2 massive LED lights. Because anybody that has talked to me about migraines have said about the fact that they are light sensitive. And these 2 lights are really bright. So I don't think it's a migraine. Problem is when you get to my age and you get into the female section of your next stage of your life, because I am of that age, your hormones change. And like people get headaches when they're on their period, I feel like sometimes there's still like some of that there, as in, could also be I'm dehydrated more because the heating is on because it's been colder. On days that the heating is not on, I don't think I have as much headaches as that I have. I just sometimes wake up with them, and I can take anything extra. A paracetamol, it just doesn't work. So it's just one of those things. And it's not how you call it? It's not as painful as I would call I don't think, it doesn't feel to me like a migraine, because I think a migraine would hurt a lot more. It's just for someone like me that also has like neurodivergence, ADHD, it distracts me. So when I'm trying to think, it takes longer because it everything feels slower. So I think with the weather change from yesterday to now, because it's gone literally like 2 days ago, it was 8 degrees, as in 8 degrees Celsius, and now it's around freezing. I think that's the barometer pressure that I feel has to change as well on myself. So I don't know. It's a combination of things. Normally, my headaches disappear. I wake up with them and they disappear during the day, but this one didn't. So I think we got to like a good end where we've got the 2 inner pieces done. So next week I can get the foam, the high density foam ready, and we can cut out these 4 pieces, and then we can start 3D puzzling the sleeve that goes over, and making sure we've got the space for the soundboard, the speakers, and the battery, so that we can start actually like puzzling it, before the problem with this one is I had a good idea, I glued it together too early, because that's when you can see here where I have been carving out, just realizing I forgot that the wire has to go through to the other side. So making just a hole on one side is not good enough, because I need to make sure that I need to be able to get the speaker and the wire through. So I had to carve an extra corner, and then I had to carve a little V here for the wire to go towards the soundboard, because otherwise it was popping up, and it was like, so now we'll be able to just use some tape, some baker's tape, and start putting it half together, and then we can have a good look at how much space I need for the battery, for the sound card, and the speakers, for me to have, if I slide it out, that it works. And then we can put this little thing in the back, put a magnet in, and we can have a good idea of like when I slide it out and in and out. Because that's another thing. Is this going to be... Yeah, so this is the same distance. So how long are you? You can't be longer than 85 centimeters, I think. 80. Actually, perfect. So it's just, at the moment, it just distracts me, and I need to do a lot of calculations, a lot of measurements, and yeah, it's just not, it's not helping. But yeah, I think if I had migraines, I wouldn't be sitting on any of these lights. So, because believe me, it's dark outside. So yeah, I'm sorry that if I cut the stream shorter than I normally do, but hopefully next week I will have all the things ready, and we can cut and start actually like puzzling properly because the base is together and we can start probably puzzling things together. I just didn't want to not stream today because I said I would. And I had so many updates, you know. I wanted to test, and I don't think anybody of you has actually been watching the stream 100% since I streamed, but I think it's the camera and not the computer that's broke. So the camera now fixed, and I don't have to worry about buying. I have to buy a new one, but it's only for my meetings that I do, like my Polish lessons. So it's not a massive problem to do that. But we got a bit done. All I can do at the moment is show you that this is more and more getting smoother and getting right. There's a couple of points that need to improve yet, but it's almost fully done. So, but yeah, no, I think the best thing to do now is just stop the stream, as I don't think anybody is that I follow. Nope. I'm quickly checking, but again, so many fucking 3D printers. No, I'm not gonna bother with like trying to raid a channel as well. I am just apologizing for making the stream a little bit shorter than normal, but we got some work done, which is more than I expected at the moment. And next week we'll get the 10mm high density foam ready, cut these 4 pieces out, then use some tape. We can start figuring out how we're going to make the placement, and I'll make sure I cut this at the little line there so that, you know, it's a bit more wieldy. And we can start building the 3D the handle that's going to slide off. Because we actually have an idea instead of me trying to figure it out on paper, which is just a pain. But yeah, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out, especially those that I know are actually playing for democracy. Helldivers. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for resubscribing, JR. I can't believe it's almost been a year already. I really need to finish this cosplay because it's been ridiculous how long I've been doing this. But yeah, I will. Well, let me go to here. That's just so much easier. Oh, yank. So next week we'll continue with this. Like I said, I can't do much else. The shoe armor pretty much finished. The calf armor pretty much finished. It's just waiting for small touches, and that's too boring to watch when I can just do it while, you know, listening to a podcast or something like that. So the chainsword is the next thing, and then we can move on to the chest armor, which is going to be a challenge. But I have some ideas already. But yeah. I'm not going to raid anybody because it's just having to try and find someone at the moment, and I didn't see anybody directly. So everybody, have a good weekend, stay safe, and I will see you next week.